Good morning, everyone. Thank you very much for your attendance. It's really appreciated. Today, we are going to work on lesson number 2, Unit 8 in your English ID. If you may remember, last week we worked with the same unit, but the first lesson, lesson number 1, and I think that we finished. And actually, if you could not be at the class, the video is already uploaded in YouTube, so you can watch it and catch up just in case that you need it. Good morning for the ones who are reading in the chat box. Good morning. So we're going to start with some social and emotional content. We're gonna try to talk about a quotation related to achievement, which is one value that I want you to talk with you today. So just let me share with you this presentation. Well, here it is. All right, there you have it. I said that it's related to achievement, not just because the word achieve is included there, but also I'm going to give you some tips in order to achieve your goals, because I bet that all of you got goals in your life, no matter how small, how big, if they're short-term or long-term goals. Everybody got some plans for the future. And I just want to ask you your cooperation to read the quotation, please. Anyone who can gently participate.
Read the reflection.
Please.
Okay. The harder you work for something, the greater you'll feel when you achieve it.
Thank you. So the harder you work, it means that it requires an effort. So the bigger the effort, the bigger the satisfaction. And when you finally get it, you feel good. You will so you will feel so good with it. But working to achieve your goals is not easy. Sometimes it requires a lot of sacrifices, especially in time. Um, right now, I'm gonna share with you a couple of tips or golden rules, like I call them, to help you to reach out what you're looking for. So there are the 5 golden rules. The first one that I have chosen for you is to set goals that motivate you. So this is very important. And why it is important? Because you will feel highly motivated, chasing for something that you consider that you're really good at it or that you really enjoy doing. And let's see, there's another thing here. Set goals that relate to your high priorities. Remember last year? Yeah, it was last year when we're still in the classroom. We were talking about priorities in life. They're different for every individual. They're not the same. Sometimes you may have mutual tastes, mutual likes, but priorities are personal. And without this type of focus, you can end up with far too many goals, leaving you too little time to devote to each one of them. So it means that if you focus on one goal at a time, you will have more chances to achieve them. Because if you have too many goals, it will be more difficult for you to get the time for it. So that's why you have to look for something that really push you, something that really moves you, your drive, like they say, something that really drives you. Because if you set too many goals, you will not have time to achieve them. So try to check and identify your priorities in life so you can set them and find a way to achieve them. The second one is set smart goals. Well, in this case, smart, you know, that is a synonym of clever, is a synonym of intelligent. But this time, SMART is an acronym. So every letter stands for a particular word. And let me see who can help me reading them. Catherine Susana, can you help me with this, please? Catherine Susana, you there? Or maybe my dear Janil, can you help me reading SMART, please?
Set SMART goals. Specific, mm, measurable. How do you say that?
This one,
The A? Uh-huh.
attainable.
Attainable, relevant, and time bound.
Thank you. So specific, you have to have a clear idea what it is. It's not just to talk in general. You gotta be specific in details. Measurable means that you have to be able to measure your advances so you can redirect the process if it's needed. This one, attainable, it means that they can be possible. You see, you don't have to think beyond your chances, beyond your probabilities. Attainable mean that they gotta be realistic. You see, likely to be done, possible to be done. Relevant, well, I don't think that you need too much explanation about how important they might be for you. They gotta represent something important in your life. And time bound. So you have to set goals in short term, medium term, or long term. So you can time your advances and all of that. Then for number 3 is set your goals in writing. So you can't forget about your goals. So you said, no, teacher, I have all of my ideas clear in my head. But remember, we forget things. We're very forgetful human beings. And just in case that something escape your mind or a plan, so write everything down. And let me see, we have a little explanation here that maybe Diana can help me reading. Diana, Sophia, can you unmute your mic?
Okay, teacher. Just I'm hearing music in the background. Just let me stop it, please.
All right.
Okay. Um, Set goals in writing. The physical act of writing down a goal makes it real and not. I don't know how to say that word. Can you say it for
Tangible.
me? Tangible.
Uh,
You have an excuse for forgetting about it. As you write, use the word will instead of would like to or might.
thank you. So there's another reason here. I just mentioned that you may forget your goals if you don't put it in a written way. But there's another reason here is that you need something tangible, something that you can see, something that you can touch, because your goals are abstract concepts. You know, your ideas are abstract. But the opposite of abstract is something that you can touch, tangible. So if you can see them, if you can read them, if you can touch them, they will be more real for you. And use the word will. Well, when you set your goals, obviously you do it in Spanish, but you have to use the future form, will. So it is something that is gonna happen. It will happen. Because if you use would, like, or might, you know that would and might are used for imaginary situations, probabilities. Would and might are probabilities, and you want to make sure that you will achieve your goals. So that's why you use the power of will, and you use that they will be a fact. They will happen. No, would like no, or might no, because you leave things for chances, and no, you have to say them in future will, or in Spanish in a future form. Then in number 4, important to plan, you have to make an action plan. How can you achieve or reach out what you're looking for? And we will see this. I want to see who can help me with this. Sara Martinez, are you there? Can you help me, please?
Yes,
Please read the paragraph.
you get so focused on the outcome that you forget to plan all the steps that you are needed along the way. By writing out the individual steps and then crossing each one off as you complete it, you will realize that you are making progress towards your ultimate goal.
Thanks. So it says here that you focus on the outcome. The outcome is the result. But sometimes you forget to consider or to pay attention to the steps. Remember that anything, any task possible needs certain steps in order to achieve, especially um, a complex thing. And it says here that if you write, so let's rely to the previous rule or golden rule is that you cross out, like in a shopping list or in a to-do list. You have all the things you gotta do and you cross out the ones that you already accomplished. So in that way, you will feel a sensation of that you're making some progress. You see, you say, I'm making some progress. I'm stepping, I'm walking exactly in the direction that I want to go. And finally, when I finish all the steps all the way, I will get my ultimate goal, which can be related to education. I always relate these topics with education, especially when you want to get a career. So you still are in the process of thinking what you want to be, what you want to become in the future. Next year, you will have to make a decision. You still have a couple of months and a whole year to process and to see what you want to study at the university. Some of you got it clear from the top, from the beginning, you got your ideas clear, but some others no. You still don't know what you want to study at the university. But you have time, you have 1 year and a couple of months. And the last one, the most important thing is to stick with it. So what does sticking with it means? Let me see, Edwin Mejia, are you there? Edwin? I got a feeling that some of you are just here, but you're not actually paying attention. And it's a thought that is in my head all the time that I call your name and you never respond. While the teacher is talking, I am TikToking or playing. What is the name of this game? Fire or something? I think that fire is more important for you than anything in life, but it is not. It shouldn't be. Okay, Jennifer Melara.
Hi, teacher.
Hello, Jenny. Be my guest, please, and read the paragraph.
Stick with it. Remember, goal setting is an ongoing activity, not not just a mean to an end. Build in reminders to keep yourself on track and make regular time slots available to review your goals. Your end destination may remain quite similar over the long term, but the action plan you set for yourself along the way can change. I can say that word
You can significantly.
significantly. Um, Make sure the relevance, value, and necessity remain high.
Thank you. That has to be with your persistent. So you have created a plan, you have created a path to achieve anything in your life. So you just got to stick with it and make some regular times off so you can check or review if you are going to the right path. So you never forget. And I think this is the last one. Yes, it was the last one. So the social emotional content was kind of long, but very important for you to remember many things in order to achieve your goals. Because I know that you got goals. For some of you, your goal is to boost your Free Fire account, but for some of you, it's not. So realities are different from one individual to another, and it's a matter of priorities, like I said. For some of you, education is a priority. For other family and friends, is a priority. For some others, having fun is the main priority. And it's okay. It is okay when you are young, because you don't need to work, you don't need to provide food on anybody's tables right now. But one day these things eventually change. So you see, you will be adults and you will grab more responsibilities. So far, it's not okay. It's not condoned. It's not justified, but it's kind of normal for you to have different priorities in life than education, especially in a country like this, right, where education is not so important, and you can see it in the news, you can see it in everybody's reality. So now it's time to go to lesson 2 in unit 8. Just give me one sec. All right, it's page 84. 84, 84, 84 is unit number 2. How often do you charge out your cell phone? So today we're gonna focus on some phrasal verbs. Some phrasal verbs are kind of complicated because you have to learn the meaning of them. But the ones we're gonna work in this lesson, they're very simple, they're very common. So if you are afraid of phrasal verbs, don't be, because the ones for this lesson are pretty simple. So let me see right here. Phrasal verbs. Listen and match conversations from 1 to 4 to the pictures. And then you're going to describe what the devices do. But this is something that we will not do because of the circumstances. The conversations numbers will be written here in the corner, in the small boxes, in the corner, in the down corner of every picture here. So please listen attentively to the conversations. Then we're gonna match these expressions. You're gonna listen twice. For the very first time is to write the number of the conversation from 1 to 4. Then if you look up here, there are some speech bubbles with letters. What you have to do is match these phrases, questions, or sentences in those little speech bubbles from letter A to letter G, from A to G. So you're gonna listen twice, please.
Audio 8.3. 1.
Important email detected. Would you like me to print it out?
No, thank you.
Are you sure? It's from your supervisor.
Yes, I know. I've read it.
Well, I'm going to print it out anyway. It looks super important.
Wait! Don't switch on the printer. This is an order. Oh no!
2.
Have you done the dishes yet?
No, I haven't. You forgot to charge me up this morning. I'm running on economy mode so I can save enough battery power to make the beds.
Did I? I'm sorry. Let me plug you in.
Thank you. Oh, that feels nice.
3.
The music is too loud. This is not good for your hearing. Please turn down the volume.
No way! I love this song!
Turning down volume in 3, 2, 1 second.
Hey! What are you doing? Turn the radio up! Turn it up! Ugh, stupid machine.
4.
Please look at the eye detection device. I'm sorry, I can't recognize you.
What do you mean?
I can't recognize your face. Please look straight into the face sensor. I'm sorry, I still can't recognize you. Have you had a haircut or something?
Oh no, not again. You know what? I'm going to switch off this stupid...
Michael, you know you can't switch me off. Just be a good boy.
Audio 8.3. 1.
Important email detected. Would you like me to print it out?
No, thank you.
Are you sure? It's from your supervisor.
Yes, I know. I've read it.
Well, I'm going to print it out anyway. It looks super important.
Wait! Don't switch on the printer. This is an order. Oh no!
2.
Have you done the dishes yet?
No, I haven't. You forgot to charge me up this morning. I'm running on economy mode so I can save enough battery power to make the beds.
Did I? I'm sorry. Let me plug you in.
Thank you. Oh, that feels nice.
3.
The music is too loud. This is not good for your hearing. Please turn down the volume.
No way! I love this song!
Turning down volume in 3, 2, 1 second.
Hey! What are you doing? Turn the radio up! Turn it up! Ugh, stupid machine.
4.
Please look at the eye detection device. I'm sorry, I can't recognize you.
What do you mean?
I can't recognize your face. Please look straight into the face sensor. I'm sorry, I still can't recognize you. Have you had a haircut or something?
Oh no, not again. You know what? I'm going to switch off this stupid...
Michael, you know you can't switch me off. Just be a good boy.
Okay, let me see the answers. Okay, does anybody get the answer for conversation? Well, the first picture, what number is it?
4.
4, thank you. What about the second?
2.
It's number 2. The third one?
3.
3, and that makes it number?
1.
Number 1. And what about the expressions here? Number 1, is it A, B, C, D? F. Number 2,
G. C.
G and C. We're gonna check at the end just to make sure. Number 3,
B.
B. 4,
D.
D. Or B, D, because you said B at the previous one. Number 5,
E.
E.
E. 6, the printer might be this one.
G.
G, right? And 7,
A.
okay, this one, right? Just to make sure that we are on the same page and figuratively speaking, it's number 1, F, number 2, C, 3B, 4G, 5E, 6G, and 7A. So you were right. You were right, girls. Thank you for your help. So then we have the word of English. So you might be wondering why phrasal verbs are very important. Well, in the States, they're very important because they use it to express a lot of things easier. This is so common, normal speaking. So, but we're gonna read it anyway. I need one volunteer to read this part, please. 111.
I can read it.
Okay, please.
To express yourself more naturally and understand native speakers better, you need to know the most common phrasal verbs. Try to learn and practice them like any other vocabulary, in context, little by little, with lots of personality relevant examples.
Thank you. So they're like a necessity. So believe me, as a second language English speaker, it is very difficult to handle or to manage a lot of phrasal verbs because they don't mean exactly what they look like. I mean, they don't literally mean what they seem. Just by changing a preposition or, yeah, it's a particle or preposition, you can change the entire meaning of phrasal verbs. They're very complex for English students and even for English teachers. But you have to practice them just in case if you want to sound more natural, because native speakers use them a lot. They do use them a lot. And if you want to understand when they speak in movies, in TV series, or face to face, if you have the chance to meet someone from the States or any other English spoken country, you will understand them better if you know the meaning of some phrasal verbs. In order to practice them, you have to study them as vocabulary in given contexts. Try to choose your pace, your own pace, little by little, and use important, relevant, meaningful examples for you. So you will really master phrasal verbs. So the ones we have here are very simple. Those are like taking baby steps, turn on, turn off, switch on. What are the ones we have here? Switch on, here they are. Charge up, print out, plug in, turn up, turn down, switch on, and switch off. So switch on and switch off are synonyms for turn on and turn off. Whereas turn down is to reduce the power of something. For example, the volume. The opposite is turn up. Turn up means to uh, increase the power of something. Turn up, increase. Turn down, decrease. Plug in is to connect to a socket in your wall or in any other socket. Plug in is to connect. Charge up is to give energy to something like your laptop or your smartphone, your smartwatch. They need to be charged up so they can work. And printout is to get some documents in paper, printout. So you see those meanings are very, very, very simple. So now you know this, you can test yourself here. Write the appropriate phrasal verb in the blanks. So you have to write them down on the gaps. Let's have 4 minutes, 1 minute per question, and then we're gonna answer those questions. Please work that out. Well, first complete it and then ask and respond. Uh-huh. Valeria Ortiz, do you have the answer for number one?
I think so.
Tell me, please.
How often do you have to plug in your cell phone
Hmm. Okay, it's good. But you plug in your cell phone for what?
to charge? How often do you charge?
Up your cell phone. How often do you charge your cell phone, Valerie?
I don't know. I all night.
Once in once a day or
Yeah,
twice a
once a
day?
day.
Once a
Once.
day.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. So let me see who else is here. Hazel's always here. Hazel Michelle.
Yes, teacher.
Tell me, how often do you have to charge up your cell phone?
I think that twice a day.
Oh, you use it a lot.
Yes.
Okay, excellent. So do you have the answer for number two, Hazel?
I think that is when you are at the movie theater, do you switch your cell phone off? But I don't
Yes.
know. Yes.
Yeah, it is. And do you? Do you switch off your cell phone when you go to the movie theater?
No, teacher.
Oh, come on. Okay, that's okay. You don't. I don't either. I just put it in silent mode. Well, I always have my cell phone in silent mode. So I never get the phone calls or messages on time. All right, thank you. Now let me see who also is always here. Well, actually here. Janil, Aileen, are you there, Aileen? Oh, you make me look bad because I said that you're always here. But Dara is always here and willing to participate. Right, Dara?
Yes, but I didn't get it. I got confused on that one.
Oh, but you can do it. You can do it. I mean, there is something that you do with computers and stuff, and it's probably one of these birds: plug in, turn up, turn down, print out. Do you ever emails or web pages? Which one do you think is related?
Um,
Look.
Maybe print out.
Yes, excellent.
Okay, yay.
And do you print out emails or web pages? Do you?
I don't understand that phrase.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah. When you print out, well, I think that people nowadays is not printing out too much. So because you have the documents and you want to
I'm
get it
just
on
like
paper.
print it.
Exactly,
Oh,
yeah.
okay, sorry. I thought that it means something else.
No, you see, those are
Uh,
very simple.
oh, okay. No, I don't.
I don't. So I think that people don't do it anymore. Just only if it's urgent. Only. Thank you very much, Dara. And so, when your favorite song is playing, do you turn the volume up or down? What do you think, guys?
Up.
All right, yeah, up because it's your favorite song. So why you should turn the volume down if it's your favorite song? Oh, I don't like to listen to loud music. I prefer some to call it medium, regular volume. So I do not affect people in my surroundings. Well, phrasal verbs pronouns usually come between the verb and the particle. Pronouns, so we don't usually place words or phrases or long phrases between the phrasal verbs. We have some separable phrasal verbs and we have inseparable phrasal verbs. They can be classified into separable and inseparable phrasal verbs. When you separate a phrasal verb, like in this case, we usually use pronouns. You see, turn the lights on, or you can say turn them on. But they're short expressions. We have two words here, so you're not gonna write turn the lights of the street on. No, right? You just turn the lights on or turn them on. They go here in the middle. All right. And now let's move to grammar, page 130, please, in your books. Page 130. There you have a little explanation of phrasal verbs. Phrasal verb consists of verb and particle. They are particle phrasal verbs and also prepositional phrasal verbs. And most of phrasal verbs are separable. So you see what I was telling you. We have separable and unseparable phrasal verbs. With separable phrasal verbs, object pronouns must come between the verb and the particle. So those are some of the things that I have already explained. You can read some examples in questions and also in sentences. And there you have some exercises to work on. Here, exercise 1A and 1B. In 1A, you're gonna complete the sentences with the prepositions in the box. Easy peasy. You have the prepositions here. Preposition in is gonna be used twice. That's why the number in parentheses indicates number 2. And then in letter B, you order the words from 1 to 5 to make sentences and questions. You just have to arrange the right order here. You can do this exercise in 6 minutes, 3 for
Which
each.
page, teacher?
131. 131 is the green section. When I say green, I don't mean environmentally concerned. I really mean it. It's green, color green. Page 131, exercise 1A, 1B. I'll come back to you in 6 minutes to check the answers together. So help me reading the first answer. Anybody?
Please switch off the lights when you leave.
Thank you. Eileen, you raise your hand.
Yes, I am shy to talk, but I think I interrupting, so I was very shy. But can
No,
I read
okay.
it too?
2 and 3, please.
Huh? Two and three?
Two,
Okay.
yeah, please.
Sorry for my dog is
Yeah,
like
it's barking. I
yeah.
hear it. So
Sorry.
is that a pit bull? Is the pit bull
Yes.
that
How
you
did you know it?
post? I cause you have forgotten. You told me once that you
Oh,
own a pit bull.
really? The last year.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
told me last year,
I
and also I
forget it.
saw a post of you with your dog or your dog alone. I don't remember, but I know
Yeah.
that you got a pit. Is it well? Parenthesis.
Okay.
Is your dog dangerous?
No, no.
Really?
Of
Are you
course
sure?
not. No. He's so um jugueton. How do you say?
Playful.
Playful. Yeah, so playful. But
Oh,
he's not dangerous, and he's angry at all. He's not angry at all. He's
cause
so
huh.
relaxed.
Ah,
You.
cause my sister owns a pit bull as well, and she got attacked. Well, it was some sort of an accident. You know, the dog. Well, dogs
Yeah.
don't think. They just move for the how do you call these instincts? They're moved by instincts.
Yes.
And but he almost well ripped her lip out. You see, he cut her lip badly. Now
Oh.
she recovered. Now she recovered. She's good. She didn't get any terrible scar. But
Yeah.
the thing that happened, it was by accident. And yesterday, I was going to somewhere in the afternoon, and one pitbull, a brown pitbull, very alike to yours, by the way, attacked a drunk in the street, and it bit him in the face, and the man was bleeding badly, and the owners tried to put the dog inside, and they just closed the doors, and they leave the man outside bleeding. All his face was full of blood, and they did nothing to help the man. So my wife and I went out of the car, and we went to knock the door and tell them to call the ambulance or to call someone. And at the end, they realized that we were right, and they took the man to the closest hospital. It was terrible to see the man bleeding out, and they didn't want to take responsibility of that. So let me see something. Diana says dogs aren't dangerous because of their type. It's because of the owners. But there's one tendency, Diana. There's one tendency of these dogs are trained to be savage for a reason. It's not just a dog stereotype that I'm trying to set here, but I think that many of the dogs who attack uh, is because of the owners. I know, and people yeah, tell that to the drunk man bleeding in the street. Okay, but this is my opinion. I think that they got a tendency. The problem is the owners. I totally agree with you, Diana. The problem is not the dog. It's not the breed of the dog. It is the owners. They don't take responsibilities. But you can't deny that there's a tendency of these dogs to be more aggressive than other breeds of dogs. And I know this didn't happen. What happened to my sister and what happened to the bomb yesterday, it was not the dog's fault. They're animals and they follow their instincts. But you can't deny it. You can't deny it. Deep inside, you can't deny that those dogs got the tendency to be more aggressive than other breeds. And I close the parenthesis. Thank you. So I don't know if you're gonna say something else about my parenthesis, my dear Eileen, in defense of your dog.
No, you're right. All the dogs, I guess, are very kind and very cute, but the the genders, como los genes of them
Genes.
is are it's no sé.
Different,
Es
different.
como que ellos, ¿sabes?
Yeah, I know. I know,
Yeah.
I know. And I just want to point out that I'm not telling that those breeds of dogs are bad, because they're not. They're just another living being. And the
Yeah.
problem was with the owners. There were some teenagers. They hid the dog, and they didn't want to take responsibility. And they left the old man, because it was an old man. I know it's a drunk one. It is a bomb, uh, but he's a human being, and they left them to bleed. You see, the dog almost ripped his eye apart. It bleed him in the face. Can you imagine that a pit bull beats you in the face?
No.
It,
God,
is,
no.
it was horrible, and they left the man out to bleed. If my wife and I wouldn't do something, I don't know what could have happened to the old man.
Maybe he dies, right? I
Oh,
don't know. It
I
was so much
don't.
blood.
He was bleeding badly.
Yeah.
That's for sure. And because he's a mom, he was going to get an infection in that wound and eventually die, like you said.
Poor man.
Not instantly, of course, but eventually he would die due to the dog bite.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Diana says they're babies. Yeah, they're babies, Diana, but they have instincts. They have those instincts. So if you want to have a dog, if you want to to give a shelter for a dog, think twice for a pit bull. So you live with a pit bull, right? And your experience is so different, right, Eileen? Okay, so Eileen, help me with number 2 and number 3, please.
Okay, number two. Where can I plug in my cell phone? I need to charge it up.
Thank you. And number 3.
And number three, can you turn the conditioning down a little? It's really cold in here.
Yes, excellent, excellent responses. And number 4, anybody wants to help me out? Sofia Alvarado, they want
Here,
to
okay.
give me a hand, please.
Don't call me Sophia, it's weird. Uh,
Really, I like to call you Diana Sofia. That
uh,
combination of names is cool.
Diana Sophia is cool, but Sophia, I feel like they're going, like, it's my mom or my dad, and I'm like,
It's
why?
somebody else but you.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
When you buy a plane ticket to company, that one is right. When you buy
Yeah.
a plane ticket, the company emails it to you so you can print it out at home.
Yay. And number 5.
Uh, get in the car, and I'll take you to the bus station.
Thank you so much. So those are the answers. For the ones who didn't get them, I will show them. Number 1 is up. Number 2 is in and up. Number 3 is down. 4 up and 5 in. And because of the time, I'm gonna show the answers in 1B so you can check if you got the order right. In number 1, are you into horror movies? Number 2, she is looking for her glasses. Number 3, how many people have dropped out of college this year? 4, how much money did he put in the vending machine? And 5, take off your shoes before you come in. There we have the answers. Now we may come back to the lesson. Page 85, we have some listening exercises here. So in letter A, we're gonna listen to the rest of the conversation of one of the previous conversations we have. And you have to write down here, what do these words refer to? When they say huff, what do they mean? What are they referring to? May, what about May? Canada, white t-shirt, and October. So you're gonna find it out as soon as you finish listening this. And then there is something particular about the intonation of questions. You have to circle the correct rule. If the intonation for questions goes up and down, just as a hint, just no questions, pronunciation tends to goes up and WH questions goes down. So with that in mind, you can perfectly complete the little box here, and then we're gonna write the questions here, but we will see the first exercise. Exercise A, then we're gonna move to exercise B, and finally with letter C. Gotta listen attentively.
Audio 8.5.
May I ask you a few security questions?
You mean the same old stupid questions you've asked me 3 times so far this week?
No, sir. They'll be different questions, so I can check your identity with even more precision. And, by the way, there's no need to be rude. What's your full name?
Michael J. Huff.
How do you spell Huff?
H-U-F-F.
Correct. Are you American?
No, I'm from Canada. You know that.
When were you born?
October 5th.
Correct.
This is unbelievable.
How long have you had this vehicle?
What?
How long have you had this vehicle?
Since April. You know that.
Information mismatch.
April, May, who cares? Just start the car. Please?
Did you say May?
Yeah. Whatever.
Correct. Did you use this car on Tuesday?
Yeah.
What were you wearing?
This is going too far.
I'm only doing my job, Michael.
I can't remember what I was wearing. A white t-shirt, I think.
Try again.
Come on! Why are you doing this to me?
Audio 8.5.
May I ask you a few security questions?
You mean the same old stupid questions you've asked me 3 times so far this week?
No, sir. They'll be different questions, so I can check your identity with even more precision. And, by the way, there's no need to be rude. What's your full name?
Michael J. Huff.
How do you spell Huff?
H-U-F-F.
Correct. Are you American?
No, I'm from Canada. You know that.
When were you born?
October 5th.
Correct.
This is unbelievable.
How long have you had this vehicle?
What?
How long have you had this vehicle?
Since April. You know that.
Information mismatch.
April, May, who cares? Just start the car. Please?
Did you say May?
Yeah. Whatever.
Correct. Did you use this car on Tuesday?
Yeah.
What were you wearing?
This is going too far.
I'm only doing my job, Michael.
I can't remember what I was wearing. A white t-shirt, I think.
Try again.
Come on! Why are you doing this to me?
Okay, Huff. What does this word refer to? Huff?
Is his second name.
Yay. Is his last name. Second, May.
The month he brings the miracle, I guess.
When he bought the car or his birthday?
No, when he got the car.
Aha. Yeah, when he bought the car. Thank you. In Canada?
Place of
from Canada.
Where is he from? The white t-shirt?
what he's wearing
What
today.
he's wearing, what he thinks he was wearing, right? Because the card says information, this match. And October
His birthday.
is his birthday. Thank you. And the Oktoberfest. So did you know that the Oktoberfest is celebrated in September in Germany? Well, it lasts 15 days. They started the last week of September and it lasts the first week of October. But it's called Oktoberfest. It would be called September Oktoberfest. It's just a cultural capsule. Okay, then the intonation of the questions. Your intonation should go at the end of just no questions. Up or down. I told you that. Just no questions. Up or down. We have number 1. Number 2 are just no questions. So the intonation goes up and goes down in WH questions, as you can see in number 4 and number 2. And the last exercise for today is complete. If you remember the questions, do you remember the questions? Probably no. But we're gonna listen again so you can complete the missing words. We have the prompts. You have to complete those questions with the missing words. We're gonna listen so to make your life easier. Do you have anything to say, my dear Eileen?
Yes, in the exercise B, we only have to put up and down.
Yes.
Even if it's not the right answer.
Well, they are right answers.
But have you had a haircut up?
Yeah, I guess I just no question is, have you had your haircut? Have you had your haircut? The intonation goes out.
We only have to put up and down.
Yeah, up and down. That's it.
Okay.
Yay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, so I was saying we're gonna listen to the questions so you can complete with the missing words, just in case that you don't remember.
Audio 8.7. 1,
What's your full name?
2,
How do you spell huff?
3,
Are you American?
4,
When were you born?
5,
How long have you had this vehicle?
6,
Did you use this car on Tuesday?
7,
What were you wearing?
Audio 8.7. 1,
What's your full name?
2,
How do you spell huff?
3,
Are you American?
4,
When were you born?
5,
How long have you had this vehicle?
6,
Did you use this car on Tuesday?
7,
What were you wearing?
Okay, what is the first question?
What's your full name?
What is your full name, Dara?
My full name is Dareliana Rodríguez Villacorta.
Okay, thank you. The second? Anybody?
How do you spell half?
Thank you. That was Jessica.
Yes.
How do you spell it, Jessica?
Huff.
Thank you. Number 3?
Are you American?
Are you, Eileen?
Um, yes, I guess.
No, you're not. Well, I don't know.
America, it's the whole.
Remember that, so we tend to think like that because we were born in America, we live in America, so we're Americans. But remember that in the, well, in English language in the United States, the demonym is American. The demonym is the nationality, you know that. We're Salvadorian, they're Mexican, and they're American. You see, so this is something that the gringos have stolen from every American citizen. They call themselves American. You see, this is their demonym.
That's so dumb for her part.
Yeah, you know, the Americans are like that. So, but I don't know, Eileen, where were you born? Were you born in the United States?
Hopefully, no.
Okay, so you're not. We're not American, even we wanted to. And question number 4. Anybody? So say Jessica, Valeria, Velar. Do you have question number 4?
Where were you born?
And when was it? When were you born?
When in 2004.
2004. Okay, thank you very much. So guys, it's time to say goodbye. You see, I really enjoy classes like this when you are